So we're very happy to make this. This video is from one of our customers in the United States, and it's a very interesting customer because this customer has got not only the beauty tech, but also it's got insurance for performing the treatments. Now I'm just answering the questions of the customer, and let's listen into what she's asking here. To give you a bit of background, we sent a device, and the complaint was that she could actually use it at level 32, no problem. In terms of, she thought it was too mild at level 32, and we sent another one before we received the other one back. So this is the way we normally treat our customers. And so because of this thing, that level 32, if you keep it on your skin, it should actually burn really badly and cause a hole really quickly. So because she was saying that wasn't the case, she could actually do brown spots removal level 32, we thought maybe there's a fault with the device, so we're going to send a new one. So this is what we've done, and she just received the device. So let's listen in right now at the question.
Hey there, I got my machine tonight, and I'd like to talk to you if I get a chance. Couldn't really do much of anything at the low levels, and I did a neck lift on myself.
So we're going to interrupt right now about low levels. The reason, very likely, I mean, at this point, 99% is because the customer doesn't have, is a device that is designed to work at very low power levels when, I'll just rephrase it, is calibrated very low power levels, especially so when you use it at level 1 or between 1 to 7 or 8. If you haven't practiced a lot, or a lot, I think in a region of an hour on the test meet, or 30 minutes, and then you have to repractice again the next day, then it's going to be very hard for you to generate an arc. A commonly asked question or complaint that we get is at a level 1 or 5 or 7, nothing happens. And then when I use the device, then I'm able, with the same device, the same setting and everything, to generate the arc. The problem is that people touch the skin at level 1 or to level 6 or 7 and all the other levels anyway. So when you touch the skin, especially these low power levels, the arc extinguishes, so you're actually not causing any arc. But the funny thing is, if you keep the needle there long enough, you'll feel the heat anyway on your skin. So there is a sign that is working. But I mean, that happened many times, and it's done on purpose so that we can give you a device that works at extremely low power levels, extremely low power settings at the lowest power levels, as to say 3 battery configuration, level 1 till 6 or 7. So that is a very normal thing and is being done on purpose. Then the next thing is, as you work your way up in their power levels to 32, then you should not be able to touch freely your hand or your skin using the tip of the device, because should you do so, the burn should be significant, and you should not be able to keep it for too long, because then you're actually causing some injury. So and it's been designed and set that way, so you've got the most powerful device at level 32 with 3 or 4 battery configurations. But let's listen in to this inquiry, because it's very interesting. It can help a few people, and also can help understand what the common problems are with the device and plasma devices. By the way, This is actually across the board of all plasma devices for aesthetic purposes. Let's listen in. Let's listen into this to the next part of the question.
At 10 with no anesthetic, I did hyperpigmentation spots.
So we're going to go back and comment on this. Very likely level 10 is done because, especially when you have no little experience in using this device, it's only level 10 to 15 where you start to be able to generate a significant arc. So that is very likely why. And there's nothing wrong about using a level 10 for hyperpigmentation removal. Just let's keep listening in.
On myself and my husband, anywhere from 20 to 31 on the power dial. I'm just wondering when most people can't handle this, because I'm thinking it's pretty mellow compared to what I have, which isn't a medical machine either. It's for aesthetics only. So it is 12:03 a.m. my
Okay, let's make the comment on this. I don't know what device the customer has right now, but I'm a bit surprised that they can actually use the device at level 32 no problem, because it's actually quite high. I mean, level 32, when I've tried on my skin, I cannot actually sustain that myself, sustain the pain myself. It's kind of amazing, and we've tried on the test meat a number of times. When you go level 32, you actually burn through the meat really quickly as if it's butter. So there's something that I'm not particularly sure about, but I'm going to get in touch with the customer about that. But let's keep listening in. It's quite interesting.
Time, I'm thinking it's about 8 o'clock your time. I should be up for the next hour if you get this message. If not, if you could try to call me sometime during the day, that would be great.
So that's pretty much it, and there's not much in the next message, but let's read at what we've got. As you can see, a lot of redness, but not really a lot of brown burns. It's been about 20 minutes since I have this, and it still feels sunburned. Of course it does. In terms of the brown spots, I suspect that, again, we have no videos. I suspect that the way it's being done is by using a higher power level, and when you're using higher power levels, you're not able to sustain. If you're keeping the arc on too long, it's really painful. So I suspect that the arc on was the timing of the arc was very, 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 very brief. This is what I suspect, but it's kind of difficult to tell unless we watch the procedure. But anyway, let's have a look. And so, but the fact that it's red and it feels sunburned is very natural. I know I did something, but it is there a reason why there's no spots when I'm doing it? So that is the reason I suspect, is because the arc was not sustained for long enough, and the device was used at high power level, relatively high power level. And when it's used at the relatively high power level, especially with anesthetic, is quite difficult to sustain the pain. So it's kind of difficult to keep the arc on without actually keeping it, getting the device away and stop the arc, because it's a treatment that you're supposed to do with a topical anesthetic, because it's generally quite painful. So this is what I suspect, but it's quite easy to tell if we watch the videos, which we don't have at the moment. But anyway, let's have a look at what we've got there. At the belly at level 9, this is fine. I cannot actually see the treatment areas much. Have a look. Maybe it's that is the area. That looks, I mean, the resolution is not great, but it looks okay-ish. Yes, so have a look, and then what we've got. Oh yes, and then that side of my neck about 8 hours after doing the level 9. That's fine, because let's look at this. Now normally on the face, the neck, you can actually work a 3 battery configuration level 10 to 15, so level 9 should be fine, and that is what you expect anyway. The problem I can see here is that the spots are done a bit in line. It's not a huge problem at all. It's not a huge problem at all, but it's random as possible. And please have someone else to do it, and don't try to do it on your own. It's quite difficult. If you train someone else to do the job for you, it's going to be easier anyway. But yes, have a look, and then I was just going to get out of this. I'm going to close this. And have a look at what we've got here. Yes, and that's fine. The other side. It looks okay. The only problem is that this area doesn't have many spots. That area's got loads of spots, loads of spots, loads of spots. So I would have actually covered the whole lot. It takes a bit of time, right enough. It takes a bit of time. So that's got to be said. I mean, because I've done so many of these treatments, it's tiring to go over the full neck. Takes a bit of time. It's a bit tiring. So, but yes, I would have actually gone through over the full neck. So look at what we've got. Then the front a little bit tender, but nothing more. So look. Yes, and that's fine. Yes, that's what we got. But I mean, level 9 for that sort of treatment. And again, we don't know the duration of the spots there, so that's another thing to bear in mind. So it's not as if another thing, it's not as if you change the power level of the device and you change the intensity of the treatment. The intensity of the treatment is dictated by, again, the power level is only one of the factors, but the duration of the spot, the duration of the arc, and the spacing between the arcs. So these two factors are quite difficult to appraise from pictures. This is why we like to make videos and explain things in videos and so on, because it's much easier to give you an idea that way. But hopefully this video has been useful to a few people. This has come from one of our customers in the United States, which we're very happy to have. And this is the sort of support you get when you get one of our devices. So if you have any questions, we're very happy to help you with instructional videos and so on. If we have them already, we're gonna just send you the copy and paste of the link of the relevant information so you can revise it in videos or text. If not, we'll make new videos for you. So thank you very much for watching.